Good evening and welcome everybody to tonight's coverage of Hardcore Online Gaming's 2024 Ta2 V8 Rumble series, ladies and gentlemen, proudly brought to you by MATCHFIT Entertainment and Nautech. Running this series on the RF2 platform as usual. I am Davo, and as always, J-Man by my side. How are you, my friend?
Mate, I'm well, fresh off the back of some driving duties with yourself last night, mate. So laid down the mic for a night and went racing, and now we're here for the business end, which is this Ta2 series. Now, what a fantastic night we had last Saturday night at Mansfield, and I tell you what, Morgan Park, great little racetrack here, Queensland, and mate, it's going to deliver some good racing, I'm sure, tonight. Three pretty quick fire races, two 15-minute races, and then a 25 feature. But first cab off the rank will be this 10-minute qualifying session, which we have already done a minute 20.
Yes, boys out on track already. Like you said, J-Man, cracking opening round at Mansfield with some tip-top racing. Stu Arrowsmith taking out the round win there. But tonight, round two, Morgan Park, we're in Australia for this one as the boys roll out in qualifying. J-Man, quick fire races for the first couple, and then a 25-minute main and a very short qualifying as well, only 10 minutes. So these boys have got to get the boogie on, get a banker in, and yeah, just sort of work it from there, don't they, mate?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's a track that actually shot out there this morning and fired one of the Ta2s up the MATCHFIT donor car and punched a couple of laps, and I certainly can't go as quick as some of the times I've seen out there already tonight. We've already seen as low as a 10.6
yes,
out there.
Some stellar times. Look, and a vastly different circuit to Mansfield last week, J-Man. Very flowy and fast down the back section of the track, down the hill. So good.
Right. Yeah.
Going to be good fun to watch.
Sorry, mate, straight away, I just see Paul Field just go and bank at 10.601. So
puts it in the garage immediately, J-Man.
Parks the car straight away. 7 minutes to go. Is that the best he's got? Or are we going to see him fire out with another set of tyres? He's got plenty of time. There's still 7 minutes in the session going. Stuart Arrowsmith in there on a 10.9 also. So straight away, the big hitters going straight out there and punching some 10s. Expect Tinnis Venter in there currently on 11.7. That is certainly a long way from the best we've seen out of Tinnis already to punch a 10. And also, where is OR Chris?
Yeah, just still cycling, coming through the final chicane now, J-Man, to run across the line. Or is that Pete Dawson? Actually, that is Pete Dawson we've got the cameras on at the moment. So.
Yeah, and Pete puts it into P2 provisionally on a 10.7. So this is going to be... as per usual, it's going to be a really, really tight qualifying, and I just watched Chris, OR Chris that is, because obviously we've got a couple of Chris's in the field now, so OR Chris has actually just rolled out of that, decided that he wants a better run and a better scenario coming out of that final chicane to head up the front straight past the pits, and such a critical piece of race track. You want to be coming out of there probably in either a high ratio second or a low ratio third gear, depending on how they got the gearbox configuration up, because it is so important. And then they come into that double apex, turn 1, turn 2, tuck it up over the hill, underneath the bridge, get it close to the wall, and then fire out down the hill for the
big
relatively quick run down there to turn 4. So, like I said, exciting racetrack, absolutely got a bit of everything.
Yeah, it's a bit of a roller coaster, and they definitely get some momentum up, J-Man, and these big buggers. And particularly, look, up over the top of the hill there as they run down into that heavy break, and then down the back section of the track, and it really is a roller coaster going down the back to the bottom of the hill there and trying to pull these things up. And it's not a straightaway. It is constantly weaving, turning, a little bit of a kick to the left, and then it's like right, and then it just tightens up into quite a healthy cam. But as we just watched Voda here run down through the section, and look at the pace they're carrying, trying to keep that thing tucked in before they get down here and pull the thing up.
Oh, Chris in there on a 10-0, mate.
Wow,
Immediately
there you go.
Does it by some 5 1/4 tenths of a second. That's a big number.
That is a big number.
Tinus Venter about to, I think is he still out there, or is he back in the pits?
No, he's back in the pits as well. I wonder whether Paul Field will even bother coming out. He's probably looking at that number going, hey, I've got that one. So he might just, and he's still got a place on the front row of the grid at the moment. So
yeah, not a bad place to start.
Nah, definitely not.
But that's a big time, and I tell you who did go straight back out. I thought he went back and was going to stay there.
Venter,
it was Venter and Chris. Chris is back out there as well. So and very, very close.
As well, just one to watch. He knows there's some steep competition here. Just running across the line now, J-Man. 10-9 hasn't been able to better it yet.
No, and I'll tell you what, big welcome to Mitchie Campbell out there in the 66 car. Was it 66, 65? I think. Sorry, 65 car. First time out there for Mitchie to come and have a crack out here awesome. At Morgan Park.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Also big welcome to Tim Hainsworth, which is the brother of Chris. So Timmy currently sitting P13, Chris up in P9. So the brothers are out there.
Yeah, a couple of new guys there. Mitchie, no stranger to the hardcore servers, but probably new to the TA2s. Probably going to just get his head to look. A lot of these boys, J-Man, too, mind you, have probably never seen this likes of this track before either. So some guys are learning and on the run here.
Yeah, and look, not everybody's weird like us and chooses to go here by pleasure. Often, mate, there's guys that probably race here tonight, might not probably ever come here again because they might, think, Jesus, that was a tough little circuit. I love the place. I think it's a fantastic circuit, and I think it is going to race well here tonight, although
I expect so.
Be some unforced errors in certain sections of the track because it is pretty tight for these big machines.
Yeah, definitely, J-Man, like we keep alluding to, that run down the hill, down towards the back of the final complex of corners there, critical, I think. You really got to keep the thing tucked in. You get hung out to dry there, very difficult to get it back. And that is a big field of grass out there to find yourself in. So, eyes on Mitch, no. Not Mitch Campbell. Who do we have?
You've got Les Wilson out there in the Nengen car.
Yeah, Les Wilson just coming up, like I mentioned, to that final complex of corners, running through. Only a little over a minute and a half yet to go in qualifying. Gets it out onto the start finish straight with a little bit of dust.
Well, it's a big braking application down the bottom of the hill, isn't it?
It is. So yeah, Chris, provisional pole. I can't see anybody bettering that. He's still on track, possibly looking for the 9. Paul Field not bothering to come out of the pits. He knows front row start is exactly where he wants to be, no matter what side of the road he's on. We've got Tinus Venter in provisional pole as well. Pete Dawson.
Provisional third, he is. Tinus Venter. He is in third, and the 707 car is coming round on a lap now. He is going to have enough time to go again because I don't think this is going to be the one. It did look pretty tidy at the start of the lap. However, I'm not sure if there'll be any improvement out of this one. And no, there wasn't. I think there may have been a track cut in it somewhere down the bottom. So, super hard to get a push lap here without getting a cut in certain sections, just because it just begs you just to use every bit of racetrack, Davo.
That it does, J-Man, as the time winds down. 10 seconds to go.
Now, Pete Dawson, we saw Pete Dawson with a heap of pace on at Mansfield, and he just had a really up and down night. We did get to talk to Pete at the back end of the night. He finally made the podium by the back end, but hey, look, much better starting position here for Pete. Hopefully he can keep his nose clean, stay out of trouble at the start of these, certainly this first one, and see if he can tag on to Tinnis and Fieldsy and see if they've got anything for Chris. But that outright single lap pace from Chris there is very, very impressive.
Very quick.
We know what he'll be able to do with fresh air if they give it to him.
Well, look, he does know how to start a race, J-Man. A lot of these guys that are running, that do run at these types of times, no matter what they're racing, pops it up in front of Paul Field as well. So Paul Field to the second row of the grid, J-Man.
Yeah. So he just got relegated one spot there. Decided to opt out very, very early. Banked that 10-6, thought, maybe that was as good as he'd seen, and banked it. Currently, Pete Dawson on a lap, come around to finish this lap. It's looked tidy.
As is Chris as well still.
Yeah, Chris is still out there. Oh, and he does a 9.4. Punches another 6/10 of a second out of it.
6/10 at that, J-Man.
Yeah, 6 more tenths, so he's a second quicker than the field.
That's right, so big gains.
That's a big number. Chris, well accustomed to the machinery he's in, has driven these things before, and it certainly shows.
Definitely, as Dawson rolls into the pit lane, he's had enough. The checkers are up on.
His best lap, 10.6.45.
We're staying out for J-Man. The boys completed qualifying there now. As you can see, Chris, it was Venter, Paul Field, Pete Dawson, Aerosmith, Kenny Simpson, Vota, Mitch Campbell, which was awesome work from Mitch Campbell, Coyle up in 9th, Hainsworth, Chris, Vaughan Martin, Les Wilson, Nev Shields and Tim Hainsworth rounding out the 14, J-Man. Now, as we look to go to race, I think we've got a bit of a warm-up here actually first. So.
Yeah, we have, and I just wanted to know if you wanted to just quickly touch on that based on what we've seen out of that qualifying now, based on what the current point structure is.
Let's have a
look
at
mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Stewie Aerosmith absolutely making the most of the opportunities down there in the Wairarapa at Mansfield, and coming out on top with 280 points after round one, and so holds a reasonable margin of 78 points over Tinnis Venter. So yes. Tinnis Venter, and then Chris obviously didn't get to race the feature. He raced the first two 15s and then didn't race the feature. So obviously he did incredibly well in the first two, and then didn't make the third. So 200 points for third position for Chris. And then Pete Dawson, like I said, came good on the third one, 186 points. And then Paul Field, 174, Coyle, 173. And then we dropped down. Phil Davison ran into some hardware issues on his PC at the moment, so real shame not to see him out there in the field tonight. 154 points, so he's going to take a hit tonight until he organises that machine back to its full health. And then, like I said, Vota in there, P8, Les Wilson, P9, Vaughan Martin, P10. Had a bit of an up and down round, did Vaughan at Mansfield. Expected a lot more out of him there. But look, he's going to be engaged in a battle tonight with the likes of Chris Hainsworth and Les Wilson, based on the qualifying positions we've seen. And then, Chris Hainsworth. So no super tonight by the look of it.
No, a couple of absentees, shall we call them, J-Man. Actually, quite a few actually. On that list there? Max Cat, Andrew Turner, Jeff Barner, and as super as well. So. It's still going to be a cracker night here of racing with the 14 on track. As you can see, just from qualifying already, ladies and gentlemen, the pace is hot. So,
very.
Yes, going to be some epic stuff and great track. So, I just put those lap times and these 14 cars all together, added up, means it equals awesome. That's what we're looking forward to, J-Man.
Yeah, so this warm-up session you'll see is around 7 minutes left on the clock, but to my knowledge, race control will promote this through at about the 5-minute mark, so only a couple more minutes to go, viewers, and be going to what is, and will be the same all throughout the series, a safety car formation lap, so one rolling lap, and then these guys will get the green, so really exciting stuff. It's always good to see different formats, and this is certainly providing that genre of racing where we don't get to wick them up and leave a whole lot of 11s off the start line, mate. We just
it is a little bit different. It is a little bit different, J-Man. Look, a bit of a different animal for us to be streaming this this new series here at Hardcore Online Gaming. Obviously, the first obvious thing is that it is RF2, so it has been a little learning curve for ourselves. Got some, obviously, MATCHFIT Entertainment, ourselves sponsoring it, as well as Nautech.
Nautech, yeah.
So, Nautech, if you guys do not know, builds a wonderful motion sim rig. So, look, if you want to get into some really good quality built sim gear, these definitely worth getting in touch with these boys. Among other things, they service the emergency services industry across Australia and New Zealand with all sorts of tech, but as well as that, they build awesome sim rigs. So definitely get in touch with those guys, and definitely hit the like and subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to keep up with all the action going on here at MATCHFIT. We're currently streaming the ASRNZ Race of Champions, the ROC 2024 ROC, and what a cracking race they had on Thursday night at Red Bull Ring. We've also got the Rainlight Racing Season 6 in the GT3s for Rainlight Racing, following up this Monday, J-Man. So that's exciting.
Back to Monday night streaming, mate. Yes. That'll be epic. The sign-ups there are fantastic, mate. They've got an absolute stellar lineup of drivers for that one, and a stellar lineup of tracks. So another big season ahead for Rainlight.
Oh, definitely, yes. Definitely looking forward to the Rainlight stuff, J-Man. As I think the boys actually they're gonna just push this warm up through.
So we're got to the 5-minute mark.
Track any moment. Yes, here we go. So the boys will follow the MATCHFIT V8Rumble safety car around track, one lap, and then it'll peel into the pits and it'll be go, 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 rolling start. Turn one, a bit of a killer here, tricky little corner, little double apexing right-hander as they go up the hill.
Chris, very, very late to the grid. I think I counted 2 seconds and he got the car to the grid, so it was very, very close to being maybe a pit start or a no start there for the 69 car of Chris. That was super, super tight. So nonetheless, he did make it. He is tucked up in behind the safety car with Tinnis Venter beside him. And you look at the intent already, already 2x2 already. The start of the lap.
These guys are ready to race, particularly the top 3 rows here. Just look at the quality of the top 3 rows there, J-Man. Chris, Tinnis Venter on the front row. Paul Field, Pete Dawson, second row. Arrowsmith, Kenny Simpson on the third row. Mate,
good to see Kenny up. Yep.
Those 6 cars, that's a race in itself. Vodaboto in 7th, alongside Mitch Campbell. So Mitch Campbell just coming up to speed. Watch that space, ladies and gentlemen. That guy goes.
He'll just get better all night.
He will
just get better each race.
One talented young man is Mitch Campbell, and Coyle and the one of the newcomers, Chris Hainsworth, rounding out the top 10 there. So good stuff to come here as they run down the hill towards the final complex of corners here, J-Man. Lights are out on the safety car.
Yeah, that's the first part of the equation. The boys had to be close enough to the safety car for him to deem it was going to be a green start, and the lights are off. So that's a good sign. So we are going to get a race start here. Great looking field, great looking cars that all carry the Nautech and the MATCHFIT sponsorship logos on the window banners, the rear windows and wings, and so to speak. As we do see the safety car peel in, I'll head back to Davo for the race start.
Oh mate, this is 2024 Hardcore Online Gaming V8 Rumble Series Round 2 at Hawker Park. We are green, ladies and gentlemen, down into 1. Chris with the jump, Paul Field with a great jump as well on his opponent.
Whoa.
Who's that? Just getting a little
Tennis
bit of a tag there.
A little bit wide.
Dennis with a tag from Field there. Puts him back a bit. Aerosmith looks hungry now. Look at this side by side.
Yeah, Aerosmith attacking early.
That's Dawson and Kenny Simpson. So these guys going at it already. Ford Martin down the inside.
Who was that on? Was that on
That's on
Coyle?
Oh, Mitzi Campbell, a little bit of a contact there. I think that is Campbell and Dawson, Jamie.
Yeah.
So Dawson got his work cut out for him already. Race 1 here, already into about turn 6 here. That's Simpson on the outside.
He's been stuck out there.
Look over the back wing of Dawson's car. Look at that angry pack behind him.
Oh, mate, I'll tell you what.
Chris moves out on the fit. It's plenty going on here, Jay.
Yeah, he's managed to check out, but I'll tell you what, Paul Field's got his hands full of Tennis Venter. Managed to, obviously, said maybe a tiny little bit of contact off the start, and then Tennis going to have his work cut out trying to get past Paul Field there, because Fields, he did poke a nice 10-minute, 1 minute 10.6 at the opening stanza of the qualifying, so.
Definitely no slouch there, Jamie.
But, hey, look, there's a hell of a battle pack back with Kenny Simpson, Voda, Vaughan, Martin and Coyle.
Definitely, yeah. So Mitch Campbell cleared Dawson. Dawson, a little bit of contact in that early phase of that first lap. So he looks like he's just going, look, I'm out of this. I don't want to end up where I was last week. And he's just going to just bide his time. But the battle is Paul Field.
Tennis through on Fieldsy.
So, little sneaky pass there. Fields, like you mentioned, plenty of work to do. That is Aerosmith behind him.
And then very, very quickly, in quick concession, you've got Stu Aerosmith, as you mentioned, Mitchie Campbell and Pete Dawson, and those guys are well in touch with that pack. They are
Chris,
well in touch.
Away, as we suspected, J-Man, as they get to the bottom of the hill, that the well-cambered right-hander there, and then into this little awkward little flip-flop chicane here, off camber on the way out. You see a lot of dust there from these guys. That is Aerosmith. Also with pressure, that is Campbell. Campbell immediately on the pace, J-Man.
Yeah, it's not taking him long at all. You know, we talked to him pre-race and he said he was at all sorts, just hadn't come to terms with the braking or the handling of these cars, being fresh off the boat with jumping in these things. But mate, his racing ability in anything sim-related...
Yeah, definitely.
Would never take him long.
No.
So he has got some serious company with Pete Dawson behind him though.
Yeah, I think Dawson's just had to shake that out and take a breath after that lap 1. But he's got the eyes on now. But yeah, like you mentioned, Mitch Campbell, one talented young fella. We do call him in a few different communities. Very quick, a little bit of a wriggle, a little bit too much inside curve there. Allows Dawson just to keep tight on the back of him as he runs down the hill. Paul Field all over the back of Venter.
Yeah,
Venter wide.
And Fieldsy sweeps through on the inside line. I said to you earlier today, David, that would be a great passing opportunity. It's going to prove to be that all night. I feel like if drivers get wide there, that is going to be the spot.
And there it is. That is 101. Keep the bloody thing turned in, J-Man.
That's it. So that was an 11-1 for Paul Field on that lap with the pass versus Chris. Chris is 11-8. So
right on the money immediately, J-Man, from these books.
Best lap of the race so far is Pete Dawson on a 10-8.
So that's Dawson actually past, back past Campbell.
Yeah, so Campbell getting a little bit of schooling here from somebody who's already been through 3 races at round 1 on these things, Pete Dawson.
And look how quick Dawson's ranged up on the back of Aerosmith here.
Yeah.
So Aerosmith obviously has Venter in front of it. Venter with a bit of a wriggle. Oh, Aerosmith all over it. Amazing. Very close racing as they run down the hill here. They get a lot of momentum, J-Man. Get tucked up under that rear wing. Get serious down the bottom of the hill. They really got to think about how much road they've got left. Oh, Venter again.
Shout out to Nev Shields and Les Wilson too. They're very, very close at battle at the moment, and they've made their way forward. And you just see pop up on your screen there, Dawson betters that lap again at 1 minute 10.7. So Dawson is the quickest car on the race circuit right now. He has got a ton of pace on that Dodge, that 54 Dodge at the moment, right tucked up in behind Stewie Aerosmith. So Fieldsy getting a little bit of fresh air here, starting to make a little bit of inroads into Chris on 11.6, Fieldsy on 11.6 there. So we're seeing, Chris, is he backing it up? Does he want to race with these guys?
I did wonder that, because just looking at Fieldsy's lap times compared to Chris's, and we know Chris was into the 9s in qualifying, J-Man.
Yep.
Look, he doesn't need to run that hot. I know I talked to Paul Field pre-race. He was very confident with the car. His qualifying times were in race trim, full tank of fuel. So he is confident that thing is going to look after his tyres at that pace. Is Chris's car capable of that? I suspect not. Oh, as we see Venter
way a little bit wide.
Does that make him vulnerable? He's very quick through that little final complex there, J-Man, at the bottom of the hill and then back up onto the start-finish straight. So that is Aerosmith tucked up behind him, but I think Aerosmith holds him all through the first two sectors, but that last sector, Venter.
I think he's vulnerable there.
Definitely.
I think that's the spot. That's the spot we saw Fieldsy get him when he went a little bit wide. Just a shout out too, just to let you know, we do have a car in the pits. It is Tim Ainsworth. Something gone awry there. He did drive the car in. The car looks relatively straight. Nothing wrong with the panel work on that, but he is in the pit lane.
Yeah. Dawn looking, hunting for a move.
Yeah, so the attacker becomes the attack when we're talking about Stewie Aerosmith at the moment. He's the guy with all the pressure on Ta2 Venter at the moment, because he can see Paul Field slipping up the road.
That's right. After one round, current championship leader as well. So he'll want to keep that position as best as possible. But very, very quick stuff here. Like we mentioned earlier, the top 3 rows, the top 6 cars, lightning fast. And then we have Kenny Simpson just tucked in behind that battle. He will range up on the back of that crew. Oh, who's that wide? That is Ta2 Venter.
And now it's left Dawson up the inside, turn 3. And he's going to be on the outside down to 4. It's not going to be the optimal position. So he holds Stewie tight. 2 runs
Stewie
wide.
Deep there. Lucky for Dawson just to see that. Preempted, pulls back, gets into space. That was very lucky, J-Man.
But I'll tell you what it's done is
Aerosmith deep again.
It's made Kenny join this party big time now. He is right in there, and he's putting all sorts of pressure on the back of the 65 car of Mitch Campbell.
Oh, Mitch Campbell. Mitch Campbell knows it. He's looking for a pass on Dawson.
Yeah, what a great fight. Yeah, 5 cars in this fight, and this is 5 cars to try and pick up the podium. Because Chris has got 2.8 seconds over Paul Field. Now, Paul Field has got another around about 5, looks like maybe 5 seconds on the pack. So, first and second look well and truly established with only 6.5 minutes to go. These are quick 15-minute races. The first 2 are only 15 minutes, so you do got to treat it like an absolute sprint. So, look at this pack, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very, very close. In the background, there is a little bit of battle starting to form between Coyle, Nev Shields and Les Wilson. There's a little bit of an air gap between them, but look, it's only one mistake away from that being a 3-way.
Isn't it what?
A 3-way for the top 10. Yep.
Oh, look, and Mitch Campbell looking hungry, J-Man. Look, we knew he would improve.
Oh, Dawson, inside move on Stewie, searching.
Oh, look, compromise his run though. Oh, and look at Aerosmith.
On Ta2 Venter. And if he can keep the pressure, this is the part where Stewie's strong and Ta2 is probably suffering a little bit. sweeps down.
No, I reckon Tinnis is strong here. I think
he is.
Yeah, I think he's weak in the early part of the lap. And watch this thing just get out of here. Pulls a bit of a gap. Look in the background. Mitch Campbell, and again, look at the grip through the chicane. Vender's got a little bit of dust. Really does pull a gap on Aerosmith there. Aerosmith got nothing.
He's got the luxury of clear vision up there when they turn up in that chicane, and all the rest of them got to try and find their apexes behind a car in front of them. And I tell you what, that won't be easy. They are a big machine, so they are doing a great job to stay in touch. But, mate, fantastic driving. Hats off to all 5 of these drivers for just the absolute quality and respect that they're showing each other out there, because they are going fast. They're all banking mid to low 3s at the moment, and that's in a battle. You've got your leaders out there banking low to mid 11s. Pete Dawson still holds the fastest lap of the race on a 10.7, so, mate, there should be a point for fastest lap, because, mate, when you do it in the middle of a pack, that's impressive. Oh, Stewie Aerosmith
with overlap. Oh, a little bit of a tap there.
Yeah, a little bit of a touchy rub. Dawson's going to be strong coming down the hill here.
Just invited Dawson on the grass. That's left him wide. J-Man 2, Mitch Campbell. Wow.
Was so close. We saw Paul Field do that move on Tinnis Venter early. Mitchie couldn't quite get it done. He had to roll out as opposed to maybe rotating the car of Dawson. So good, another quality bit of driving. Both the Hainsworth cars in the pits now. Martin with the DNF, so it's gone bad for Vaughan Martin. Just starting to struggling with the interested,
so
the difficulties of this,
Oh,
of these
definitely,
cars.
So Tim in the pits,
Stewie,
and a DQ for Chris, and a DNF for Vaughan Martin. So a little bit of bad luck for a few of the boys already. Race 1 here, round 2 at Morgan Park for the Hardcore Online Gaming 2024 Ta2 V8Rumble Series, ladies and gentlemen. What a cracking battle we have on. And it doesn't look like it's going anywhere soon. J-Man, 3 minutes to go. What a race. It feels like it's only been a few laps. Dawson wide again. Campbell's going to go in.
Inside. Capitalised on it straight away. He was not going to let that one happen twice without making the move.
Mate, it was only just the last lap. Dawson just got out there. I wonder whether Dawson's front lefts are running away there. Campbell! Very wide out of the chicane. Manages to keep it pointing in the right direction. That's mixed that field up, that order a little bit. Simo.
Look, he's got to get it back on. I think that is one of the Hainsworth cars that Timmy's actually just coming out, so he'll be a couple of laps down, or 5 laps down, so no threat there to Kenny Simpson. So he's got a little bit of margin before Coyle and...
Oh, no! Dennis around!
Dennis!
Keep supporting in the right direction, but that is just invited Aerosmith
to a podium position.
So Aerosmith, right where he needs to be.
He'll only have to hang on to it for a couple of laps.
Oh, Campbell, very sideways. It's going to put him vulnerable to Dawson. Look at Dawson run. Immediately looks for overlap.
Yeah, I thought Dawson was strong down here.
But
the lap before.
Well, no, he's been off the track.
Oh, sorry, not there. No, sorry. It was turn 5. I thought he was strong the lap before.
So, what? Oh, Mitch Campbell again. More grass really does affect his run as he runs up into the chicane here.
A lot tidier out of the chicane that time for Mitchie Campbell. We saw him out in the grass the lap before, but he certainly sorted it out. The trajectory.
So that's spread that field a little bit now. That angry group of 5 cars. They are gonna do, I think, just looking at the timing, we'll get this lap and one more lap. J-Man, what a battle.
Yeah, Chris with a clean set of heels here at this race 1. Just absolutely got that fresh air, and I feel like he's just managed it. I feel like he hasn't overdriven the car. He's just gone out there, punched low to mid 11s. I don't think I've seen much worse than an 11.6 maybe. So, and Paul Field out there, 11.7 last lap time around, best lap of 11.1.
Yep.
But yeah, Stewie Aerosmith knows the importance of consistency with these 3 sprint race formats per night. We saw him do a good job of that at Manfield, and I'll tell you what, taking a third here in race 1 if he can get it.
He's backed right up, hasn't he, here, J-Man?
Yep.
And hit it for 6 straight away. Oh, it's Dawson. Really, I suspect Dawson's fronts are burning. He's really struggling for turning there. Just watch him come out of the chicane. Look at Campbell.
Campbell.
He knows there's 1 lap, and look at how close he is.
Mate, he is right there. This will be the last lap. This is the only opportunity he's going to have. Said he was struggling with the brakes. It looks like there's no issue there now.
Not at all.
So, and Fieldsy not that far in front of them, so Fieldsy sort of rolled out of it as well, I think, at just maintaining what he's got. They're not going to get to him, but as we see 0 minutes remaining, which will leave Chris to finish the final part of this lap and come across the line. But Mitchy Campbell hasn't given this thing away by any stretch. He knows the importance of this next right-hander coming down the hill. If Stewie gets it wrong, Mitchy will be right there to capitalise.
Oh, Aerosmith, cool as a cucumber. Dawson still tucked right there.
Oh, he's so close. He's searching.
Chris, Chris, across the line for first position. Paul Field, very closely behind.
Oh, Dawson
out, off. Big lose.
Reverse, mate. Come across the line.
He's hooked that line. He's lost another position to defend up, but he's snuck it in 6th position. Spencer in 5th. Pete Dawson in 6th. Kenny Simpson.
Brilliant stuff.
Around 7th. Coyle in the big Dodge. 8th. Les Wilson, very close behind actually. Coyle there in 9th. Rota running up through the chicane for 10th. What an epic freaking race that was. Nev Shields rounding out 11th with a bit of bad luck for, I think it was Vaughan Martin, Tim Hensworth, and Chris Hensworth, should I say, running away in the pits, DQs, DNFs. Oh my, J-Man.
Righto, we'll get not much time, so we'll get P3 up here just quickly. Stewie Aerosmith, take a bow. What a battle, mate.
Oh, yeah, I had to work on that. I really had to work.
Mate.
From this point here, mate, that's as good a racing as you're ever going to see, mate. A 5-car battle for the better part of that race. You were well amongst it. Obviously, Tinnis was in there, yourself. Pete Dawson, who was a very, very quick car, held the fastest lap of the race on a 10.7. You also had Kenny Simpson join the party, but Mitchy Campbell stepped right up, pressured you right to the very end, mate.
Yeah. As soon as Mitchy joined the room, I knew he was going to be getting up the front.
That's trouble. Mate, look, J-Man and I are both nearly out of breath because that was epic. That was epic to watch. Look, I had a quick chit-chat to you, I think it was yesterday, and you knew you were up for some hard work here tonight. Really solid field, mate, and you did well there to get it into 3rd.
Yeah, stoked. Thanks, guys.
Awesome, mate. Current series leader, Stewie Aerosmith, backs it up with another podium, serving very, very well heading into race 2. He'll start out of the 3rd position for race 2, so we'll leave him to it, let him get some refreshments, get back to his work, and hopefully talk to him again soon. Thank you, Stewie.
So, who we got next? Paul Field.
We have got Fieldsy, a.k.a. Paul Fields, comes in with a solid 2nd position. Actually, had a pretty entertaining race for the better part of it, and then managed to get some fresh air, Fieldsy.
Yeah, I did. I just drove to a time that I'd set, and I knew what the car would do, and just took my time. Well, Tinnis just got a little bit too anxious there in that corner, and just opened the gates up for me, and I just took it, and I never looked back.
No, mate. Look, what a class act, mate. Look, we did talk pre-race, and you were very confident with the car. All your pre-race practice and qualifying times were done in race trim, and you made sure you mentioned that to me. And look, there's that confidence right there. Cracking race, mate.
Yeah, no, good. And knowing the track, and not as injured as I was last week, which certainly
that helps a little, doesn't it? Yeah, a little bit.
When you're confident that you can put your foot on the brake pedal and the car will stop, it definitely makes you feel a little bit better.
Good stuff, Fieldsy. All the best at the next one, mate. You get to start just one more position up the field. You might be able to go and give Chris something to think about off the start of this next one, mate. So good luck.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for that.
Awesome, Paul Field, everyone. in the big purple people-eater Dodge. One more. Who we got here?
We got our Chris in the booth, mate. You got us on comms?
Yeah, I hear.
Mate, look, you look like you just managed that absolutely perfectly. Didn't look like you overdrove the car. Looked completely comfortable. Was that what it was in the cockpit?
Yeah, pretty much. Once I got in front, or stayed in front, just, yeah, manage the gap. No need to go for the fast lap or anything, just keep it on the track.
Yep, yeah, no, I was watching that and was watching the very, very consistent low 11s there, mate. You were just punching them lap in, lap out, just making steady gains while, I tell you what, there was a big party going on behind you. They were trying to work out who was next cab off the rank, mate, so pretty entertaining behind you. So, look, slight shuffle around off the start of this one. Nonetheless, you'll still be off the first position, but you will have Fieldsy running up beside you there, so hopefully he can give you something to think about for a little bit. But I am sure from what I just saw, you've got plenty left in the tank, Chris.
Yeah, I should have some. But yeah, Fieldsy seemed quick, so yeah, a little bit worried. He might get me in turn 1, but yeah, we'll see how it works out. Yeah,
hey, congrats on that 09 in quali 2, mate. I was expecting something impressive in the low 10s, but to bank a 10-0 straight away and then go 6/10ths better after that, that was impressive lap, mate. So well done.
Well done, Chris.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
Great to see you back again and make amends for not being able to race the third one last week and actually go 3 here and see if you can go 3 from 3 tonight.
Yeah, I need to make back those points. So yeah, 3 from 3, that's a try.
Awesome, mate.
Awesome, mate.
Congrats. Talk soon.
Cool.
So that was our Chris.
Yes, a race winner here for race 1, round 2, Morgan Park in the Hardcore Online Gaming's 2024 Ta2 V8Rumble Series, proudly sponsored by Nautech and of course MATCHFIT Entertainment. J-Man, amazing race. I am nearly hoarse already. We're going to go to an intermission so I can go and grab a drink. And we'll be back in a moment, so don't go anywhere. Hit the like and subscribe buttons and all that stuff while we're gone. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. We won't go on for long. I hope you didn't miss this. Good evening, everyone. If you haven't already joined us, or you've just joined us, you're at MATCHFIT Entertainment. This is the Hardcore Online Gaming 2024 Ta2 V8 Rumble Series. It's brought to you by Nautech and ourselves, MATCHFIT Entertainment. I've, as always, got J-Man by my side. How are you doing, my friend? What a cracking race that first one was.
Mate, I tell you what, if that's setting the tone for tonight, we are up for 2 more absolutely fantastic races. Still got a full field of 14 cars. We had a couple of retirements, a couple of DQs, and 1 more retirement. So only finished out, I think, with 11 drivers in the field out of the 14. So it'd be a few drivers looking to make amends. Big learning curves for a few of these guys, the Hainsworth boys. But
definitely.
For me, big standout, obviously, OR Chris doing what OR Chris does, just absolute class. But for me, the very early learnings for Mitchy Campbell, is, and he is going to be formidable as each race goes by.
He's going to be a thorn in these boys' side very quickly in race 2 here, J-Man. Hey, look, we did talk just quietly there before we came back on air, and I did mention that was one of the best battles in such a short race that I think I've watched in a very long time. That 5-car battle for 3rd position. Very tidy stuff, very intense. Does this track race well?
You betcha.
Well, it bloody hell hopes it does. Very, very tidy stuff on these guys. As they size up, lights are out on the safety car. This is race 2, round 2 here at Morgan Park for TA2's Hardcore Online Gaming's Ta2 V8 Rumble Series. J-Man, catch your breath, my friend, because it's all ready to go down again.
Mate, dare I say it, it was so fast and so clean. All I'm going to say is I'm predicting a mischief in this one. I'm going to say that, look, once again...
Now, stop, don't put the commentator's curse on them yet, mate.
4 races we've had in this series. We had 3 at round 1. We just banked the first one here. Lights are out on safety car, about to go green. Do we see a competition caution this race? Let's go.
Yes, it's always a factor, J-Man. We haven't seen it as yet in the series. Oh, Fields nicely up the side, as is Mitch Campbell on Aerosmith. The 2 front rows side by side into 1. Is that going to work? Dawson tucked in behind, plenty going on.
Oh, beautiful move, Stewie Aerosmith.
Together. Where is Kenny Simpson and all that?
He
tucked in behind, who's that? That is Paul Bill getting pressure from Campbell. No, it's actually just behind. That is Dawson.
Dawson side by side with Venter.
Oh, and there's contact. Can Venter pull that thing up? Again, a little bit of elbows out.
Rippin's racing, mate. Oh,
with the T6 here out of the left. And they run down the hill. J-Man, on again.
Stewie's chasing down OR Chris here. He doesn't want him to get away. This is the current series leader, Stewie Aerosmith, chasing down the very, very fast OR Chris. So what has he got for him? He is in touch. He's right there. They've both pulled margin over Paul Field right now. Mitchy Campbell with another good start, but has got the very, very quick Pete Dawson tucked right up and behind. And then obviously we know how quick Tinnis Venter is, Davo.
Mate, look, a very tidy start too, mind you, J-Man. We could feel the vibe in the cars just as they were going through the formation lap, and as they lined up with their front 3 rows very, very close, but very tidy start. And Campbell, or as Aerosmith, like you said, tries to stay on the back of the lightning fast OR Chris.
It's a tall order.
Mitch Campbell giving Paul Field plenty to think about. Who's right behind him? Pete Dawson slowly making amends for last week's
up and down night. Yeah. It is on. Kenny Simpson, he's tucked in behind Coyle. So Coyle with a much better start this one to be up there in P7 at the moment. So those guys just need to try and tag on the back of Tinnis Venter. Tinnis Venter's car is looking quite loose at the start. Pete Dawson with a run here. Pete Dawson with a run up the inside of Mitchy Campbell. 2 won't fit in the chicane. They're going to both be compromised. Tinnis Venter's going to get the run here. And he does. He's got the momentum coming across the start-finish line. Clears Pete Dawson down before they get to turn 1. He's going to tuck it down, cover off the line.
Oh, so Venter and Dawson literally have just fought all the way through the last 2 laps, J-Man.
Yeah, they have. Well, it was Dawson on Campbell, and that just compromised. Oh, and he's tagged.
No, Dawson on the back of. It's Venter. It's all the boys trying to get around there. Oh, that's unfortunate.
There's a bit of a redress going on. Lets a lot of cars get through, like a lot of cars. Where is
the boys will sort that. They will both be at the back of the pack. Man, very, very early stages of this race, so they will be definitely right to the back of the pack. Kenny with not the best start to his race, back in 7th position.
He's lost the position to Vota just recently as well. He was tucked up in behind Coyle, so that's become a 3-way down. Who's that in the distance going off? That is Vaughan Martin, out there in the weeds, trying to wrestle that Mustang back out on track.
Oh, no, it is true.
And
Vaughan
he
Martin
has got...
well wide there. That is Chris Hainsworth actually tucked up behind him now. Now, Chris, another going through a bit of a learning curve with these cars, but up to speed and putting pressure on Martin already.
But how's Mitchy Campbell here? Finds himself back at the front of the field, looking at Paul Fields, looking to see if he can try and make some inroads and get his first podium on his first night here. Dewey Aerosmith, what is the margin? 1.4 seconds. Okay, so it hasn't blown out fully yet, although I tell you what, Chris has banked a 1 minute 9.9 lap.
Yeah, in race trip, J-Man. Look, as good as Mitch Campbell is, look, Paul Field will be a formidable competitor in RF2 in these cars.
He's effectively match fit because he's made round 1, so he's got basically that amount of kilometres up his sleeve.
Yeah. And an RF2 veteran.
Yeah. Kenny Simpson and Vota and Coyle, that is another very, very good battle. And look, Yuli, Les Wilson joined the party there.
Yeah, he's just tagged onto the back of that group, and they will, if they bunch up any more than what they are already now, as Vota looks for a move on Coyle.
Yep.
Into 1.
Backs out of it.
The more they fight, that will bring Wilson into the fray there, J-Man.
So Mitchy getting ever so much closer to Paul Field, just inch by inch at the moment. He's just being patient, not overdriving the car to try and catch back up to that purple Dodge. But Vota, the guy on the attack at the moment. And is that down the inside of Coyle? Gets it done.
Vota with a little bit of a touch
gets them both?
Yeah, well, there was a little bit of contact just as Vota cleared Coyle.
Yep.
That's compromised both of their runs.
Yeah, well, Yuli nearly got it done.
And that's with Les Wilson now, in the, like he said, in the fray, right, tucked up on the back of Coyle now.
So, I'll tell you what, OR Chris, once again, he did a 9.9, showing all the pace he's got, but he's rolled back out of it to 11.5, which is comparable to Stewie Harris.
Kenny Simpson off, J-Man.
Oh no, Simpson on his own.
Out of the chicane, unforced error. So he's fallen by the wayside. That's gifted not only Les Wilson, but Coyle as well.
Oh, and I tell you what, Ennie has been passed also by Wilson, Shields, Venter, and Dawson, and Hainsworth.
And Hainsworth. So right to the back of the pack. Not quite.
Paul Fields on the back, right on the back of Stewie Aerosmith now. So definitely Campbell and Field.
Okay. Now, so Chris doesn't look like he's what's Chris's last lap time? I don't think these guys are slowed down that much. Just shows you the pace of Fields with Mitch Campbell on his tail. He needs to move.
No, OR Chris is just managing this. He is literally just driving that car to a number. Comes through again. Banks another 11.4. 11.3 for Stewie. 10.7 for Fieldsy. 10.7 for Campbell.
Super tidy driver, 2 fields. He is right on the tail of Arrowsmith. Arrowsmith will defend his position.
So this brings a bit of TV time for OR Chris because he's pulled himself back to the pack. Well and truly back. You look, they're right. They're in the same corner.
Yep.
So 1.4 seconds the margin, and he'll just drive this comfortably engaged in the pack. He won't want to let them get too close where they get to actually have an attack. But look, Fieldsy all over the back of Stewie Arrowsmith now, as you can see from the onboard. What a beautiful shot.
So we just flicked over to onboard with Mitch Campbell now. You can see the top 3, J-Man, like you just alluded to. Chris come back a little bit at these guys. And look at the attitude from Paul Field. Veteran OF2 racer, super clean, and he has got some genuine pace in that Dodge tonight, J-Man.
Yeah, couple of retirements. Well, Timmy Hainsworth in the pits, Vaughan Martin with another DNF. So Vaughan just really not coming to terms with that Mustang at the moment. So a little bit more practice required, but we normally see Vaughan a lot more competitive than that.
Stewie deep. Stewie deep. Now, he did this a little bit when he was under pressure in race 1, J-Man, a couple of times when he had Dawson on his tail. Just looks to push that little bit deeper into a few of those early corners too on the track. Same 2 corners he did it in race 1. Yeah. And he really does, his momentum suffers. Look at Campbell now.
Yeah, Campbell's in the box seat here. He could get a 2 for 1 here.
They run down the hill. Down this quite a heavy braking area down here. Into this right-hander. Nicely cambered. You can really get in there as long as you got the nose down. Look at Campbell. Look at the intent.
Campbell he's sort of just making sure Fieldsy can see him in the mirrors there, showing the nose. Fieldsy have tunnel vision on the Stewie Arrowsmith car right now, though. He'll want that second position. If he can back up a couple of seconds here, race 1 and 2, he'll be pretty happy. Actually, no, it was third last race. It was Stewie in the second one. So, yeah.
Stewie runs again. Deep. Same corner again.
And then Fieldsy just can't get it down there. The track goes left straight after.
Look at Fields looking for a big move down the inside. Arrowsmith, can he make it stick? There's a sliders to contacts. Campbell tags it.
Tags him, rotates across the front. I could see that coming.
Campbell off as well with him, J-Man. No, Campbell keeps going.
Keeps going. He might think that was probably a foredone, so no redress there. He feels like it was maybe Fields doing. Come across him.
Yeah, Fields very deep into that, J-Man.
Yeah, he's got to be careful too because Voda's coming. Voda's in the background, and I see a little bit of shuffling around positions. Further down, who's that? We have got Nev Shields facing the wrong way, and that leaves Les Wilson and co going past him.
So Tennis Winter and Kenny as well past as well.
Yep.
So, tough one for Shields there.
Now it doesn't get any easier for Stewie because look who's right on his rear bumper again. It is Mitchy Campbell. Now, this is Shades.
Races seem like they go for 5 minutes. There's only a little under 4.
Stewie deep again.
And Campbell on it.
Yeah, look, if he can live here, he'll have the rights to the right hand down the bottom of the hill here. He's just got to pull it up.
Arrowsmith
and he gets it.
Gives him the space. He knew he made the mistake.
Yeah.
Left the door open. 3.5 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. What a firecracker race again here.
Oh, fantastic. Now, what have we got? I'll just scroll down through the field, see if there's any other battles going close. We've got Tinnis Venter and Kenny Simpson relatively close on track. Nev Shields recovering after that incident. Obviously, as I mentioned, Vaughan Martin, the only retirement. Timmy Hainsworth is back out there circulating.
Nice.
Pete Dawson chasing down Coyle P7. No front splitter on the front of Pete Dawson's car. I don't know if you want to bring up the visual on that, but there is absolutely no front clip on the front of that car. All I can see is chassis rails and radiator.
Oh, so that has had a big hit, J-Man.
It has had a huge hit.
The whole front clip off that car. So he will be suffering.
There'll be no front aero on the front of that car turning into some of those, certainly the right-hander coming down the hill.
The very little that there is in these things.
Yeah. And look at that, Chris, he came back, played a bit of cat and mouse with these boys, and then just dropped the hammer when these guys went to battle.
Drove away, yep.
Yeah. So, couple of 2.5 minutes to go. We're going to see a couple more laps of this race. Stewie Aerosmith just watching Mitchie, just starting to pull a little bit of margin. Fieldsies did a great job to recover that. Has got Voda not too far behind him. Coyle still engaged with a very, very injured Dodge of Pete Dawson. So, look, I tell you what, Pete's bloody pit crew throughout the series so far have had their work cut out for him, because, man, he's given them a beat-up Dodge a few times this season already. And who is that with Kenny Simpson? Is that Tinnis, sorry?
That is Tinnis. Tinnis actually looking very loose in that car at the moment. I don't think the rears are very happy on that thing. The way it look, we know that thing's got some turning, because you can see it through this back sector and through the very tricky final complex of corners here, and the rears are suffering for it, Jay.
Oh, they are. You could see it. Very, very easy to see that visually on screen. Got some drive traction issues there in the Tinnis Venter car. And once again, Coyle just holding off the attack of the injured Pete Dawson. He is ever so close now, but I just don't know if he's going to have the car underneath him where he needs it.
Well, look, will be this lap and one more. Coyle under a little bit of pressure here. Slides the lockups in the front there, and then back out onto the main circuit here, and for that run down the hill, J-Man.
Yep. So, drama early, well, midway through this race, obviously with Paul Field going around, and then also Kenny Simpson with a big off. Tinnis Venter, mixed bag in this one. Went from basically the penthouse to the shithouse. Started up the front, back in P10 at the moment. Looking up the road to Kenny Simpson.
Yeah, a couple of touch-ups in this one, J-Man. Look, we thought it was going to happen in the first lap, but the very tidy first lap, the elbows were out after that, though. And, yes, the gloves went on, didn't they?
Yep.
So, look, 1 second, bam, there's the 0 on
so
race
you will
2.
You'll see Chris will come around. He's at the back sector of the track at the moment. Mitchie's only a couple of seconds behind him, but once again...
Oh, Mitch Campbell directly off the track.
No, that was one of the Hainsworth cars, mate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no problem there for Mitchie. That was one of the Hainsworth cars did just go sailing on by.
As
very damaged.
Chris comes across the line, race winner.
Back
for
to
race
back.
2, round 2 here. Hardcore Online Gaming's 2024 Ta2 V8Rumble series brought to you by Nautech and MATCHFIT. Mitch Campbell second, Stu Aerosmith third, Paul Field with a little bit of a tap there, mid-range in 4th, Voda Botta in 5th, done very well, Voda. Coyle 6th, Pete Dawson 7th, Kenny Simpson across the line. These guys coming across quick succession, Jay.
Very, very quickly.
Les Wilson as well, Tinnis Venter as well. Chris coming through the final chicane, a little bit loose in the Mustang. And then we got Neb Shields with a DNF. Tim Hainsworth running down his lap still a little bit, and we've got Vaughan Martin with that DNF. J-Man, I suspect that might have been an engine issue.
Could have been. Well, we will grab our podium up here. Starting this one off with Stewie Aerosmith out of P3. You got us there, Stewie?
Hey.
Mate, these things are just super exciting to watch, so I'm sure they are super exciting to race, mate. You were just amongst the thick of it again, Stewie.
Yeah, the start went quite well for me and Chris, who just sort of like dropped away a little bit there, and then I think he was holding back old Chris at the front. But yeah, then Paul and Mitchie turned up.
So just a little bit of trouble inside locking down to turn 4, turn 5 there, mate. Front right pinching just a few laps in a row. Might have been a compounding issue there. Each lap must have been picking up that flat spot.
Both races too, Mike.
Yeah. I keep eating the tyre in their corner, so I'm gonna have to have a wee tinker for this longer race because that's not going to work very well otherwise. But yeah, I think poor Paul, he got turned around, a little bit of an overlap from what we're just hearing there in the chat. So Constantina from me running a bit deep, I think. So unfortunate for him.
Yeah, hey, look, Rubbins Racing, there was a fair bit of paint exchanged out there and stuff. We even saw one of the Dodgers with no front clip on it. Absolutely nothing on the front end of it. So, but nonetheless, another podium, Stewie. Doing yourself a world of favours in this championship, mate. Just keep banking these results. And congratulations, mate.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Mate, all the best in the next one. Be nice if we're talking to you again 3 times in a row tonight, mate. Well done.
Nice work. Stu Arrowsmith, number 77 Chevy there. J-Man.
And then next one, who took no time at all to make himself acquainted with the hot box in the Ta2 V8Rumble series is Mitchy Campbell.
Hello, gents.
Mate, it didn't take you long to adapt to these things, mate. Like, seriously, I would have loved to have had a chat to you after race 1 because, mate,
that was hectic.
How good is the racing? How good do these things race, Mitchy?
Oh, mate, it was super close. I think between P1 wasn't that far ahead, but P2 to P6, I think it was. Yeah, whatever it was like a top.
There was 5 of you battling in race 1 for the podium. That one there, you got it done. You were pressuring for the back end of the podium last race. However, got it done this time. Read the fact that Stewie was pinching an inside front right down there into turn 5 and managed to make it stick live around the outside. So well played. But geez, mate, you've turned up and well amongst the thick of it. Super entertaining, Mitchy.
Yeah, no, the racing in these is actually once you wrap your head around how to drive them, it's not too bad. Like it's hard work. Like I'm sweating up, but
good.
But no, they're a hoot. Like they're pretty competitive across the board. So
chalk and cheese too, mate. Pressing out there last night in a rotary, out tonight in a big V8, mate. There's nothing you can't drive, Mitchy.
And then GT2s on a Thursday, mate.
Yeah. I enjoy it. Embrace the challenges and driving different cars. It's good fun.
Yeah. Awesome work,
mate. Well done. Hey, look, you get to start this one off of the front row. So see what you can go and give to our Chris, mate. He has got a ton of pace. I suspect what you saw that one there was him just managing.
Yeah, so, I thought I was catching him, but then I saw he punched out a 109. So he's quick.
He's definitely quick. Yeah. Awesome.
But I will give it a go.
Awesome, Mitchy. All the best for this next one.
Cheers.
It is a 25 feature. Make sure you put enough fuel in it, mate. And all the best.
Cheers.
All right, mate. Cheers.
Mitch Campbell, everyone. And last but definitely not least, once again, we will get our Chris up in the comms box. J-Man.
Yeah, I think we're going to call him the manager. Chris the manager, because I feel like he just managed that one perfectly. Chris, you got us on comms?
Yeah, I got you.
Mate, well constructed. We saw you poke the 109 there. I think it was a bloody impressive lap. But just to manage that margin, you backed right into like 1.4 seconds back to them, and mate, you got yourself a bit of TV time for a change rather than off there in another postcode. So well done on that one. But you're making it look too easy, pal.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I thought it's a push lap. You can only do 1 or 2 quick laps before the tyres kind of drop off, so I wanted to see how quick I could go for that first lap. I think Stu was also pretty quick on that first lap, so I just wanted to get away from him a little bit. But yeah, just managed it. There's no need to get more than 2 seconds in front, and then just take it easy in the turns. That you can easily fall off this track, so just keep on the black stuff.
On that note, Chris, what's your thoughts about the pairing here, the TA2s at Morgan Park? You think they're a great fit?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I haven't really done much racing. I've just been doing hot laps so far. But I think who was the other quick guy? Mitchell Campbell. He seemed quick at the end of the race. So I wonder.
First night, isn't it?
Yeah, if he starts right behind me, he might be hassling me the whole race.
It could become a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he will be starting beside you, mate. To my knowledge, I think he is. So, look, like I said, it's his first night out there. He is a quality little steerer. He has got his work cut out to try and run with you, but nonetheless, mate, hopefully we do see something, a bit of a challenge up there for you. And mate, well done on another victory. So looking forward to this next one, Chris. Well done.
Yep, thank you.
Cheers, mate.
All right, Chris, everyone, again, J-Man, what some great racing again there for race 2. Very clean start and pretty hectic. But then the gloves came off and it was on as we moved through the race. Those 15-minute races when the boys are racing that hot go so quickly.
Oh, and it does, and I feel like that all the formalities and the pleasantries have been done with now. It's like you said, gloves came off probably maybe halfway through that race. So I think the feature is going to be a bit of a spectacular race. I think there'll be plenty of guys wanting to make some inroads. You know, you got the likes of Tinnis Venter that certainly should have been a lot further up. You've got
Venter Dawson.
Yep.
As well, and obviously Mitch Campbell just, sort of running hot towards the end there. Stu Arrowsmith mentioned that he might have a bit of a ticket with the car for the 25 main. Plenty to come, ladies and gentlemen. We will have a quick intermission here just to grab a drink because the action has been aplenty. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like and subscribe button while we're gone, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. If you have only just joined us here, you are tuned in to tonight's coverage of Hardcore Online Gaming's 2024 Ta2 V8 Rumble series, ladies and gentlemen, and it is brought to you by Nautech and MATCHFIT Entertainment. As usual, live broadcast from myself, Davo, and J-Man right beside me here. Mate, hasn't this night been awesome so far? We are just about to hit the 25-minute main.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Obviously, just waiting for a couple of guys just to sort themselves out, replenish themselves for this 25 feature main. But I tell you what, the 215s we've just had have been nothing short of absolutely spectacular entertainment.
Spectacular. I tend to agree. Some really hot racing. Obviously, we've got the usual suspects up the pointy end of the field, but look, those boys and coupled with what is proven to be a fantastic track at Morgan Park Raceway here is just delivered in bucket loads, J-Man.
Oh, and it has, and it's just, like it's not likely going to change for this next one, although the intensity I feel like is building.
It is. We've got newcomers like Mitch Campbell. Newcomers to hardcore and Ta2 like Mitch Campbell already propping himself up on the podium. We've got the likes of Stu Arrowsmith, who's currently leading the series championship after one round, and OR Chris here for the whole round, all three races here tonight. So we know that a few of these boys are having a bit of a tickle with the cars. Between races here, especially with this 25-minute main coming up. A little bit of tyre issues, I suspect, because they are pushing so hard, J-Man.
Oh, they are. And, we saw that with the likes of Stu Arrowsmith pinching the inside front right down into turn 5 or 6, I think it was, pretty consistently every lap. And it's just that sort of stuff that you just maybe a little bit of a brake balance adjustment or maybe just take a little bit of negative camber off the front right.
Yep.
Just those little things that you just got to try and tune up, and especially you're going to ask 10 more minutes out of that front right tyre if you're somebody like Stu Arrowsmith at the moment. Yep. So starting from a good strong position here, starting out of P3, Mitchy Campbell has worked his way up to the front of this grid throughout the night. Obviously, first night in the TA2s, wasn't entirely convinced that he was going to like the platform or the mod, and as per usual, we're seeing from Mitchie 186, Campbell, as he is right there or thereabouts. It doesn't take him long. But right behind, mate, like I said, Stu Arrowsmith, Paul Field.
Stu Arrowsmith, Paul Field, veteran in OF2, super clean racer, and shown amazing pace tonight. And look, nearly equaling OR Chris's pace. If anybody could do that, Paul Field's the man to do it. But Mitch Campbell now on the scene. Arrowsmith back a couple of positions, back in third position. Paul Field beside. Then we have Voda and Coyle, Pete Dawson, Kenny Simpson. Pete Dawson with another up and down night tonight, J-Man.
Yes, progressively gone backwards as opposed to the last week where he sort of made his way forward throughout the night. So he's got a ton of pace on the car. He should be able to make his way forward a little bit further. But Kenny Simpson also probably not seeing the full performance of Kenny. Missed round one. Obviously he had mechanic duties behind the speedway car.
Yeah, real life race car stuff.
Yep. But hey, look, and then obviously big learning curves for Timmy Hainsworth and Chris Hainsworth here. So mad respect to those guys to be able to stick out the night and take their learnings, and condolences. Obviously, we've lost a couple of cars tonight. We have lost Vaughan Martin, a few techie issues there. Also lost the Neville Shields car as well.
Yep. As the lights are out on the safety, the V8 Rumble safety car, J-Man, and it pulls into the pits, we watch Chris, Mitch Campbell run to the line.
All right, we've got us to start.
25-minute main here, race 3, round 2 at Morgan Park Raceway.
Very even
look
stuff.
At the race. going on immediately between these two. Campbell pushed a little bit wide, but no, he's got the rights.
Oh, and we've
field
got Fields
around.
around, and we've got Mitchie Campbell challenging OR Chris for turn 2.
Immediately, Aerosmith right on the tail.
Oh, he's right there. Mitchie
So,
just has to concede.
I think that was Dawson. Maybe just tagging the back of Fields there.
Yep.
Some intense stuff going on immediately. We expected that actually in race 2, J-Man, as the boys were getting pretty G'd up after a hectic race 1. They run out of, I think it's turn 8 or 9 here, and before they run down the hill through the roller coaster here at Morgan Park Raceway, round 2 of the Hardcore Online Gaming Ta2 V8Rumble Series. J-Man, it is on again.
Yeah, don't expect OR Chris to go out there and do these managed pace laps straight away. I think you're going to go out there and see him just absolutely lay down 2 or 3 absolute stompers. Try and make a second and a half over Campbell and Aerosmith, and then he'll probably manage it from there. It is a 25-minute race, so 10 minutes longer than what we've seen tonight. But for me, I'm looking back at the great start from Voda, and he has got Coyle behind him, and then right behind him, he has got Kenny Simpson, and then Venter.
Venter showing some pace. We know how quick Simpson is as well, but both of those guys making unforced errors throughout the night so far. So, look, as much as they are there, can they keep it together for the 25-minute main here tonight, J-Man? Dawson, like I mentioned, probably got tangled up. I'm pretty sure that was him that got tangled up with Paul Field earlier.
Yep.
So he's recovering. He has, I think that is Matt Wilson just tucked behind, and Chris Hainsworth, should I say, and Paul Field to the back of the field. So
he's just rounded up Timmy Hainsworth down the hill.
So he'll be in recovery mode, and Mitch Campbell has got plenty to think about already with Stu Aerosmith.
109.858, first flying lap for OR Chris.
And that's exactly as you called it, J-Man. No mucking around this time. He knows how quick these guys are.
Yeah, he'll back-to-back that. He'll go and bank another one, I reckon, although he's got 2.5 seconds. He can probably already afford to roll out into the lower 11s, because that's where his competition are at the moment. And they are battling, so not likely to make any inroads while they're trying to share some real estate. But for me, still looking back at this battle here, Voda, Coyle, Kenny Simpson, Tinnis Venter. There's 4 cars in there. Pete Dawson's going to join that party. You better believe that he'll be there within the next lap and a half.
Oh, absolutely. Dawson in a little bit of recovery mode after maybe a little bit of contact early on, or it might have been Coyle. We're not sure. The car's very similar. But one of the Dodgers getting in contact with the purple Pete of Paul Field. But yes, look, this is very early stages of the 25-minute main here. J-Man, race 3, round 2, and these guys will be managing their tyres, I suspect, J-Man, after we saw a few of the boys really struggle with tyre towards the end of the 15-minute races. So, you know, like, it'll be in the back of mind, I suspect, tyre wear.
Yeah, well, look, if it doesn't, they'll get to that 15-minute mark and think, geez, I've still got 10 more to go. I hope I tune this thing up. We heard Stewie talking about he was just going to get the spanners out and just give that thing a tune up. It does look a lot better down there. I just watched the last 2 laps. Inside locking, obviously still on a fresh tyre at the moment, but car looks a lot happier into those braking zones, making the apex.
Definitely, but look, not really in touch with Campbell to put pressure on him as of yet, as Voda goes wide. As he tries to chase down.
Tinnis went wide as well, mate, and he's got Pete Dawson right behind him now.
So now Venter and Dawson coming in contact in race 1.
Yeah, so Coyle doing a good job here just to hold up Kenny, and not really making too much inroads into Voda at the moment either. Just at the thing, it looks like he's actually just pulling a little bit of margin, so no such luck for Mitchie with Stewie Aerosmith absolutely joined to the back of that car. So the 65 car doing a great job at the moment, but mate, early days, we're only a couple of laps into this race.
Yep.
And mate, this is gonna go on, I think, for the better part of it. Mitchy will need to make absolutely no mistakes.
So Coyle will have the eyes facing forward, J-Man. He has got an angry little pack of Kenny Simpson, Tinnis Venter, and Pete Dawson right behind him. He'd want to keep that in check, J-Man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He does need to. So what's Chris got this margin out to 3.4, 3.5. He's just coming up on the back of Timmy Hainsworth to put a lap on him. Just caught him at a bit of an awkward spot. Timmy does get out of it, rolls out of it, lets him through. And Chris gets to play on. It's the next cars that he'll see in his mirrors coming will be Stewie Aerosmith and Mitchy Campbell. And they're going to catch him probably coming. Oh, that is Mitchy Campbell. Has got it wrong and he's made the fence at turn 1, turn 2 before the bridge.
Off track for Campbell.
Yeah, so
it's just gifted it to Voda.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, he's got Yuli, he's got Les Wilson right behind him now. I don't know what the front of that car's going to be like because he did grab the wall pretty square.
Oh, look, and while that was going on, we had Dawson showing the nose to Venter in T1, so Dawson really trying to make amends for race 1 there, J-Man. And look at the punch of the Dodge out of that corner as they run down the hill here.
Yeah, just needs to keep the pressure on. So Kenny Simpson right on the back of Coyle now, like literally right on the back, so Stewie Aerosmith 3.8 behind Chris, and then got a good 7.5 seconds back to Voda. So, we've got a run here.
Oh, look at this! That is Tinnis Venter on. He just takes the two of them.
Took the two of them, mate. That was a well-constructed move. That was a super, super strong move. That was a power move.
That car out of that final complex of corners is lightning tonight.
It's looked good all night, hasn't it?
Oh, it has. Out of that little that corner at the bottom of the hill and then up through the chicane there, it's lightning fast. Those two boys are fighting amongst themselves, and Venter caught him napping around into one. They really didn't even have to outbrake him. He blasted past him down the start pretty straight. That is Coyle actually struggling with a little bit of front end grip there. Now he's got Simpson tucked in behind him.
Venter in the grass. They're all just piling up behind Timmy Hainsworth here.
Oh, look, this is getting hot here. Voda will have his head down. Coyle, the pressure. Who's that in amongst that? That's Timmy Haynes.
Timmy Hainsworth, mate. Right in the thick of it.
Oh, mate. And hasn't he got an angry pack sitting on his tail there?
He has, mate. He has. And they're just trying to work out
how to wrap him up. That is allowed Venter actually to just run away there.
Oh, Dawson's going to get the inside run here on Simpson.
That's Coyle.
Just got
that's Coyle, I think.
No, that's Dawson, mate. Purple mirrors.
Oh, contact from Simpson.
Yeah, minimal though. Mitchy manages to get back through because Mitchy was recovering it through all of that after that turn 2 incident. So this pack is very much.
Who's that in the background? Paul Field, J-Man.
Yeah, Fieldsy's back in there, mate. And Fieldsy's come with Chris Hainsworth as well. So.
Yeah. Oh, Timmy wide on the exit there. That
was Chris.
Oh yeah, so he's actually. Paul Field wrapped him up pretty quickly there. Contact between Dawson as it spring.
Oh, that was Timmy Hainsworth got a rub and just got roughed up. Welcome to Ta2 Racing, Timmy.
I can't keep up with the cameras here, J-Man. It is all going on here. Paul Field back in 7th position from the back of the pack.
And Mitchy Campbell back to P6.
So Field's running hot. Coyle, Kenny losing a position there. Oh no, should I say Dawson
Yep.
Campbell recovering. Field recovering.
I tell you what, man, it is not going to get any easier because
it's not going to get any easier for Vodabota because he's got Venter behind him. Venter, look, I suspect, like most weeks, has got a little bit more pace in the car, and he will be hunting down Vodabota as we speak. Voda currently provisionally third, J-Man. So excellent work from him tonight in the main so far.
Yeah. And we thought he looked good at Manfield too. He did look good at times at Manfield. So he's come out. The car is strong. He's driving the thing incredibly well. He weathered the storm that Kenny Simpson was putting on him for a bit, and then obviously that got pretty engaged when they were trying to get past the 08 Dodge of Timmy Hainsworth, and it's kind of disjointed the pack a little bit. And
so now he has a little bit of clean air, and really allowing him to shine and to show his true pace there, J-Man. So nice work for Voda.
Now, Mitchie Campbell's gone backwards again. What has happened to Mitchie Campbell? He is a long way back.
He's gone back to 10th position, J-Man.
Yep.
So that's unfortunate. That's gifted Fields 6th position, so moving quickly through the pack. We are already over 10 minutes through this race. Action-packed once again.
Yep. And so Fieldsy just, obviously a little bit of incident at the start of that one, went to the back. He's worked his way legitimately back up to P6. He has got Pete Dawson on the back of him, and not too far up the road is P5, which is Coyle. So Tinnis Ventus still got no real answers for Voda at the moment.
Oh, I don't think so.
Tells me that Voda's just doing a great job there in P3, sniffs a podium. Stewie Aerosmith up the road, there's 4.4 seconds up the road to Chris. He knows that he's probably the best of the rest tonight as far as that's concerned, so he's just going to go out, cycle the laps, and Chris is just out there doing what his thing. Fastest lap of the race, a 109.8, last lap round 11.1. He's back into management mode.
Yeah, well, he's done all the work so far, and let these guys argue behind him, like we've seen already in the first two races.
But Dawson Field, that's going to be a battle that's going to shape up for the remaining 12 and a half minutes for sure. A little bit of history there.
Yes, already. Dawson, newcomer to hardcore. Newcomer, I think, to the RF2 platform, but will come up to speed very quickly. J-Man really enjoying the series. And look, clearly showing really good pace. So
look, they've wound in Coyle here. Excuse the pun. But they've definitely closed on him so fast this lap. Look at
Field there now. Wow.
Super solid through that right-hander down the bottom of the hill. We know the importance of getting off this corner. If you get the drive, which I think Fieldsy's going to get here, is automatically gone to the outside.
Look like Coyle actually stepped out of the throttle there.
Got a little bit of a
bouncy exit. Yep. But definitely lifted. You can hear it, the audio on the stream there as he just stepped out of it. And now Coyle has Dawson to deal with as Field.
And Simpson.
Simpson
ranging all over the back of him. And who's back? Mitchie Campbell's back.
Yeah.
So Campbell managed to get back past Hainsworth and catch back up to these guys. So a really up and down night for Mitch. He's had a couple of podiums straight off the bat, and then now he finds himself back down. Oh, Fieldsy off, unforced. Oh, he gathers it up. He did a good job there. Was incredibly wide.
Yeah, he really does need to focus, doesn't he, Paul Field here, J-Man? If he just keeps his head down and eyes forward, those three behind him, they will fight amongst themselves. He will have clean air, does not have to push too hard.
Dawson closed here. He got a similar run to Coyle off of that corner there, so nothing really to gain there. But hey, look, we're just about to embark on the territory they haven't been at this racetrack tonight. We are approaching the final 10 minutes. So at this point now, they're about to cross the line for the last time in the previous two races and throw those tyres away. They've got to ask another 10 minutes out of these tyres. And look, we saw them struggling at the back end of the last one. They're going to struggle probably with 5 to go. Obviously 10 to go now, but with 5 to go, they'll start to hurt.
Oh, absolutely, J-Man.
And Tinner's still not making any roads in to Voda here. So Voda, well and truly on the cards for a podium here.
Yeah, again, I think he's in that sort of position like Fieldsy, and you can see Fieldsy like really back distant in the shot there. Paul Field in the background, recovering after going right to the back of the pack. But look, he's in clean air, eyes forward, just hit your marks, and he's got this, hasn't he, J-Man? Podium position, quite possibly. Who is that off? One of the back markers, just recovering out of the chicane there.
Yeah, who was that?
One of the Hainsworths, maybe?
It's Chris Hainsworth. It's the 08 car. Sorry, Timmy Hainsworth is the 08 car. Sorry. So he just stepped out of the way, let these boys go at it, because, man, that is a definite four-way. Paul Fields managed to round up the Hainsworth car on a previous lap and managed to bridge a little bit of margin between these guys, and I bet he's pretty happy about that right now, because it's an angry 4 cars behind him.
Oh, look, yeah, that battle, the Coyle, Dawson, Kenny Simpson, Mitch Campbell battle. Oh, yeah. Oh, as Coyle goes down the inside. Oh, no, that's
that was Pete Dawson. Yep.
Dawson.
Finally
grabbing it.
Isn't that super assertive?
You see those boys, we've seen it a couple of times tonight, where they let that car run deep around the left-hander and brake very early and very shallow into the right-hander. And
he's wide here.
Now. Oh, is that Simpson? Simpson off.
Got it wrong. Oh, did Mitchie give him a bit of help there? Because Mitchie's backed out a bit.
I see that. I see that. So a bit of a Constantino effect there, I think, J-Man.
Yep, so 4 becomes 2, and there's a bit of margin between Dawson and Coyle now. So can Dawson run up the road and try and catch back up to Fieldsy again? We saw him catch him in the previous stint. And now it'll be Kenny Simpson and Mitchie. That'll be a great little battle, because Mitchie was already behind him, couldn't get it done just before. Give him a little tag through the fast right-hander coming down the hill. Probably one of the fastest sections on the racetrack.
Oh, absolutely.
And certainly not a place you want to be opposite lock. But yeah, Mitchie starting to apply the pressure here. Dewey Aerosmith, Chris out there doing the job, 6 seconds in the lead. Current lap time, he's about to cross the line and just did it in 11.5.
Okay,
Aerosmith.
So with Tinnis Venter losing 2 positions to Paul Field and Pete Dawson while we were on Simpson. So Vota now with...
he's just about to lose another one. He just lost the position to Coyle, rounded him up down the thing. And who's that off down the hill at the outside? Kenny Simpson.
I think is that Simpson in the background?
Yeah, so
Mitch Campbell, so Tinnis into the pits.
Yeah, Tinnis into the pits. He's got some issues going on there. Not sure what's happening there. We've got one of the Hainsworth cars in there as well. So Tinnis pulling up on the block.
Only 6.5 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen, and now
looks like a fueling issue.
Dawson free of Coyle, hunting down Paul Field, J-Man.
Yeah, look, and he is. He's closing that margin.
Look at the gap. Look at the gap already.
Yeah. So Venter in the pits. He's been in there 27 seconds. Is that a fuel stop? 29.7 seconds. DNF parked it. He's parked it.
So clearly having issues with a Mustang tonight, J-Man. Really struggling, trying to chase down teammate Botta there unsuccessfully. May have damaged that car in the process. As we pick up on Dawson, the couple of dodges here actually of Paul Field and Pete Dawson. So Dawson chasing down Field. Rhoda Botta in a Mustang. Aerosmith in a Chevy, the Liquid Molly Chevy, and Chris in the Pennzoil
Mustang. Yeah.
So a little bit of mix of marks of cars here tonight too, which is good. A little over 5 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen.
Mitchie Campbell on Coyle now, looking very, very hungry. Been an up and down night, literally, for Mitchie. He has been at the pointy end, he's been at the back, he's been in the middle, he's gone to the back again, and he's back in the middle. So, working his magic over the back of Coil Spring at the moment. Looks for an over-under, but very hard to get the drive out of some of these 90-degree lefts and rights. What has Fieldsy got? I don't think he's going to have an answer for Voda. Voda's just been consistently lapping in those, although the last lap round was a 12.9. Oh, another DNF, and that's Pete Dawson gone. Pete Dawson is gone.
Oh, Mitch Campbell through on Coil. Down at the bottom of the hill there, J-Man.
Got it done.
4 minutes and 20-odd seconds to go. And they're changing positions here.
Les Wilson with a tough third race out. P10 quite a way down. P9, sorry, with obviously a couple of DNFs and then one in the pits.
So yeah, he's gone well back, J-Man. Good showing in the first couple of races. Chris, best lap of the race with an 09.858. J-Man, no mucking around, like you mentioned earlier. Got out there, banked him early, and it just really gapped those two quick guys in Paul Field. Oh, well, a few of them actually. He wanted to get away from Arrowsmith, Field, and Campbell, so he knew they were coming for him.
Yep. So just looking, 3.5 minutes to go. Voda 12.4 the last lap, more or less 12.5. Paul Field 12.0. So half a second faster that lap. I can tell you, there's only... Oh,
Field's coming for him though.
Yeah, there's only a second or so in it. A couple of laps left in it. He's going to be right there with 1 lap to go if they maintain this. So Voda through on a 12.7. Fieldsy through on 11.9. Makes another 8 tenths that lap. I can tell you, mate, 2 more laps, he will be right in touch. He just needs to keep it fast, keep it clean.
He really does need to focus here, doesn't he, Voda, and not let the deltas distract him. There is enough laps, but Field's coming.
Oh, so Mitchie in the wall. Mitchie once again, turn 2, finds the wall again. That's been his trouble spot tonight. Loses a position to Kenny Simpson and Coil. So all of a sudden, Mitchie goes back to P7, back to you, back to Paul Field, aka Voda. I think that's going to be the one to watch.
Yeah, so Fieldsy on a mission, J-Man, as he chases down Voda in the Gamma Flare Mustang, and he is coming in hot. There's only a couple of laps to go, I suspect, maybe 3 actually, just looking at the timing at the moment.
Yeah, there'll be 2 more. There'll be this one, plus 1 more will be the call.
I reckon there's another one in it. So, and Fields now on it.
Yeah, right with him.
So Voda chasing the first podium here at Hardcore Online Racing. First podium in the Ta2 V8Rumble series. Fieldsy. Massive contact, Fieldsy.
Who's the next guy to come over the hill? It'll be Coil. He's still a fair way away, so it'll be play on.
So Voda picks up. These guys pick up where they left off.
Still close. Where is OR Chris? Okay, we're talking about minute 11s. You are right, because he's coming across the line. 12, 11, 10. Ooh, he crossed at a minute 10. So
oh, jeez, that's going to be close. There might be 2 more in it yet. So
look, if he presses hard, there'll be 2 more. If he doesn't do a big lap,
I'll tell you what.
The last one.
I tell you what. I bet Voda was wishing he was like another 2 seconds slower. Mate.
Yeah.
Although Fields readdressed after that little bit of contact, now he is not going to let this go. Voda covering J-Man.
Yeah, it's going to be a long way around the outside here because he's got an overlap, but it's not.
Oh. So
Voda comes across the nose. Voda gets out of it. Sees the podium slip away.
Puts Field on into position provisionally on the podium provisionally, should I say, Voda. I wonder whether that car's just run out of puff, run out of tyres, J-Man. He's really been pushing hard here tonight.
Yeah, hey, look, I'm looking at the attitude of OR Chris's car, and I reckon he's pushing for 1 more. I reckon he's absolutely 5,
Here we go.
4,
3, 2, 1.
No,
That's
done.
it.
Well done, OR Chris, on a 3-peat.
So well done. Last lap was 1:11 for J-Man. Aerosmith in second position. Paul Field running down the hill. Geez, those boys are gapped the rest of the field here. Paul Field after a very healthy exchange with Boda over the last few laps.
Oh, who's that on the back of Coyle right now? That's Mitchy Campbell, mate.
So Campbell, has he got any time left? Boda coming across the line in fourth. And a little bit of contact. Coyle gathers it up. Kenny Simpson. It's on.
It's on for the minor, for the minor placings. He doesn't get it. Coyle holds that position.
Oh, Coyle, Campbell, and Kenny.
That was 5, 6, 7. And a good drive here from Chris Hainsworth
in 8.
Yeah, to bring that car in P8.
Like you mentioned, Les Wilson with a tough one tonight. For the main here, should I say, J-Man?
Yeah, brings an Ningen car around for P9, and then the rest will already be classified. Pete Dawson, DNF, that'll promote Timmy Hainsworth up to P10, and then it'll be Pete Dawson, Tinnis Venter with a couple of DNFs in there to round the field out. What a fantastic racetrack. What a fantastic night of racing.
My throat is sore. We have been going just full on for the whole night, J-Man. Plenty going on. No respite. We love it.
Let's get Fieldsy up here. Let's get him up here after just a super, super hard-earned podium, third position. Manages to get it done. That was from the back of the pack too, I might add. Fieldsy, congratulations.
Oh, mate, I am absolutely spent.
Oh, mate, are you enjoying yourself? Oh, what? I'll tell you, what a race, mate. What a cracking race.
I thought Pete was going to get me back. I was sitting at 50% damage with my wheel to the left.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's what we like to hear.
You're dealing with that extremely well then, mate.
Oh, yeah, I'm sweating profusely. But no, that was really cool. I've never worked a car so hard, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. We saw you coming. We were watching the OR Chris car to see how many more laps we were going to get in it. We thought you'd get to Voda with 1 lap to go. You actually got to him with a couple to go. You had a little bit of contact, did the gentlemanly thing, backed out of it, came back for another attack, sweeped across the nose of him through turn 1, turn 2. You had the overlap, managed to get it done, mate. And it looked a night of up and downs and lots of challenges, Fieldsy, because you had a ton of car pace on tonight, but obviously, mate, these things are so close and competitive. It doesn't take much to end up on the wrong side of the ledger, which we saw a couple of times tonight. However, you came back, made good at the feature, mate. Well done.
Oh, yeah, never get up, mate. That's the whole idea about it. We're here each week to enjoy ourselves for an hour and a half, so just keep going.
Get amongst it. That's it.
Mate. Awesome.
So thanks, guys, and looking forward to watch the coverage soon.
Yeah. And, hey, mate, I tell you what, you got something special next week. Highlands Motorsport Park will be an absolute treat in these cars, I can assure you.
Yeah, we'll see. I've got a bit of, Alzheimer's because the fact there's more than 8 corners, mate, and I can't remember it.
You'll be right, mate. From what I've seen tonight, just use a bit of Braille, mate. You'll be fine.
Okay, you'll be fine. Just follow the other guys. Follow the other guys, mate. You'll be fine.
Awesome
stuff. Well,
cheers, Fieldsy.
Paul Field, everybody, in the purple people-eating, green-eyed monster that is that Dodge. And, man, was he on point tonight, J-Man.
He was, and another guy who was actually probably going to grab the mantle as being at the moment Mr. Consistent out there, pretty lonely actually night for Stewie, but nonetheless I'm sure he'll take the results he's been given. So another solid second position, Stewie, mate. A great night by yourself.
Yeah, I couldn't have wished for that to go any better, really. New track, had to learn it. Thought looking at the times and through practice that I might be looking at a 5th, but no, that's awesome, mate. I'm stoked.
Yeah, no, absolutely, mate. You got out there, drove really aggressively and accurately tonight. You pressed when you needed to press, and then I thought, through the early to mid phase of that race, when you got a whole lot of fresh air in front of you, didn't outdrive the car to try and chase down OR Chris, but really just banked it. And to be honest, mate, it looked like you tuned that thing up. No real inside front locking down into turn 5 that lap, that race.
No, I shifted the brake bias a little bit further to the rear and I stiffened up the front springs a click, so it was a lot better that time. But you're right, once I got that clear air, I just thought championship, and I'm flogging a dead horse trying to catch Chris at the front, so congrats to him, Fieldsy, and all the other podium getters tonight. It's been a great night.
Yeah, nice. And as I mentioned to Fieldsy, mate, a big week coming next week. A real challenging track, but a beautiful racetrack in Highlands Motorsport Park coming, mate. These things will be an absolute gem around that track.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's a bit more higher speed than the first 2 rounds that we've had, I reckon. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot more corners, but yeah, looking forward to that one.
Yeah, awesome. Well done, Stewie, mate. Another quality drive, as we've come to expect from you. Everywhere we commentate at the moment, mate, you seem to be coming in for a chat. So well done to you, Stewie, and talk again soon.
Thanks, gentlemen.
Cheers, mate. Oh, there you go. And last but not least, this guy here absolutely smashed it out the park again tonight. 3 from 3. Banked a 1 minute 9.8 in the race, in race trim, and then it was all meat and drink from there. Chris, well done, mate.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, great race, mate. Like, all the action once again was behind you, mate. You just had nothing but fresh air. So not much more to say than that, other than great performance. And how's your track knowledge of Highlands Motorsport Park going forward?
I'm not sure. I don't know it off the top of my head right now. So yeah, I might need a few laps.
So there you go. Well, we'll be watching with interest the timing lap stats throughout the week and heading towards next Saturday. I'm sure you will learn it and be right up the pointy end once we get there, mate. But hey, look, that's probably negated all the losses you had out of race 3 not being there last week. I'm pretty sure you'll be right up there now. There was around about an 80-point swing up to the top of the tower. Up to Stewie Arrowsmith. He's probably done the best job he could do to try and maintain something of a challenge in the overall championship standings, but that's going to be an interesting one to see get mathematically sorted out during the week too, Chris. So well done once again, mate. You're the class of the field at the moment, so boys have got to step up.
Yes, they do. Yeah, I expect a bit of a challenge. I think something happened with Mitchell. He seemed quick, so I was a bit was prepping me into the first lap, but yeah, I wanted to see a bit of a fight later on, hopefully. But yeah, maybe the next round.
Yeah, no, he had an up and down race 3, mate. He made the fence at turn 2 a couple of times, and certainly had plenty of battles. So look, mate, yeah, I think it was only yourself and Stewie that had the luxury of fresh air tonight. So, but nonetheless, mate, this is your time. You did a great job out there, and certainly looking forward to seeing what you got at Highlands Motorsport Park.
Definitely.
Yep,
enjoy that one. Thanks, Chris.
Cool.
Talk again soon.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Yep.
Hello, Chris, everyone. Race. Well, definitely round winner. Race 3 winner. Race 2 winner. Race 1 winner. Oh, Chris, he will be round winner tonight, J-Man.
Clean sweep.
And like you mentioned, it will be interesting to see how the points pan out after round 2 here at Morgan Park Raceway. J-Man, my voice is sore. Man, there was a lot going on there tonight for a pretty small field, I tell you.
Well, my cheekbones are sore, mate, from the amount of smiling I've just done in the last hour and a half. Just absolutely fantastic. Now, look, the field is scheduled. We do have room here. I'm just going to shout out. We've got room for 30 cars. And obviously you saw tonight we only had 13 and we had 15 the week before. We have got some absentees, some drivers going to be coming back.
Yes.
But I can tell you there's comfortably around about 10 to 12 spots available. So if this is something that you like to watch and you think that you might want to sign up, please jump on over to Hardcore Online Gaming and jump on the registrations. Come be a part of it. It's not too late. That is only round 2 of 6. Plenty of racing to be had here. And like I said, if you want to try your hand in a Ta2 V8 car around Highlands Motorsport Park next week, same time, same place, come and join us. It will be an absolute ripper weekend.
Absolutely. Get amongst it. Hardcore Online Gaming's Discord links in the description. Hit the like and subscribe as usual if you like what you're watching, guys. Get amongst it. J-Man, so much going on. That was a cracking night. We've got Rainlight Racing's GT3 stuff kicking off on Monday. We're back
Monday
to
night.
Monday night. There's only two more sleeps, guys. And then we've got back to the ROC stuff for ASRNZ, which is halfway through their season at the moment, and it is going off. So, yeah, definitely get amongst that as well. Get over to their Discord and sign up for that. So, plenty going on at MATCHFIT Entertainment. J-Man, I need a drink. I tell you, that was a fantastic night of racing. So join up, guys. Hit the like and subscribe button. We're going to call it from there, I think. We've got to thank, obviously, Nautech and obviously their amazing motion sims and stuff, and ourselves, MATCHFIT Entertainment, for bringing this all to you. I've been Davo. J-Man.
Yeah, mate. Thanks yourself, Davo, and yeah, like I said, thanks to you said thanks to Nautech, thanks to Hardcore, and obviously MATCHFIT Entertainment. About to embark back into their calendar year, back into 3 broadcasts a week, as you mentioned.
Busy.
At least the next 5 weeks we'll be here 3 times a week. So looking forward to that, mate. Need plenty of neck oil, and yeah, thanks, viewers. Talk again soon.
Stay tuned, everyone. And yeah, look, we'll call it there. Highlands Motorsport Park next week. Ta2's Hardcore Online Gaming. Don't miss out. Get amongst it, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you all next week.